We're the two holy girls and preaching's our game. We're not like the others who get all the fame. Hey guys! Thanks for watching today's video. Ava's gonna be reading today, and she's gonna be reading Genesis 6, 5 through 8.
The Lord observed the extent of human wickedness on the earth, and he saw that everything that they thought or imagined was consistently and totally evil. So the Lord was sorry he had ever made them and put them on the earth. It broke his heart, and the Lord said, I will wipe all this human race I have created from the face of the earth, yes, and I will destroy every living thing, all the people and the large animals, to the small animals that scurry along the ground, and even the birds in the sky. I am sorry I ever made them. But Noah found favor with the Lord. Okay. So, when you were reading that, you were probably thinking, well, if God was going to do that, that can't be real because we're still here. But Noah found favor in the Lord. And he found favor in the Lord. Okay, so if you're confused, the Lord of the start of that, you can read A World Gone Wrong, the first part of chapter 6, verse 1 through 8. That's the first part of chapter 6. You can read that if you're still a little confused about what's going on. Yeah. And you can even go before that, where it's Noah, after he was 500 years old, became the father of Ham, and Jack. I'm sorry about your name, guy that's in heaven. Yeah, but it's a hard name.
Yeah,
Okay. So if you want to read before what we're reading, because this is what we're going to be reading right now, and we're going to be digging into that. You're probably thinking but what do you mean by Noah found favor with the Lord? It's talking about I kind of said last time why Noah, why God chose Noah, and how because his family and everyone trusted the Lord, and how everyone else that maybe attempted through all the wickedness and all the devil's work in the world and all the fallen angels and all of the everything, Noah and his family stood alone. Yeah. Because they were true believers. Yeah. I'm going to read one more verse, and that's the last verse we're going to read, and then we're going to talk about a little more. Okay. It's chapter 6, verse 9. Noah was a righteous man, the only blameless person living on the earth at the time, and he walked close in fellowship with God. So that's probably why you're thinking, well, what I was talking about, that's why Noah was in favor with the Lord, because he followed, and then his family followed too. And then we're not going to get into other details about him because we have a whole series. Yeah, we're going to have a whole series. Okay, so the Lord told him to build a large boat from wood and waterproof it with tar. Tar, you're probably thinking like the tar, you put on a truck, the black thing that you put over the truck so that the boxes don't get dirty in the back of the truck. Kind of, because it's waterproof, and you can waterproof stuff with tar. It's from trees, and God said to waterproof it with tar, so it didn't get moldy.
I wonder if it was hard to get find tar back then.
Well, they did have everything. No one chopped down trees to make paper. No one did.
Yeah, it was all. They had such a beautiful place, but now it's oh, you see this beautiful landscape? We're gonna turn it into a neighborhood.
Yeah. And some neighborhoods, neighborhoods that have ponds and neighborhoods that have mountains, and those are the pretty neighborhoods, just the neighborhoods that you go down and you come back around and you go, those are so boring, because they just turned it into a home. But you just turned it into a home. You're thinking, I can put stuff
in my house that's pretty. I can put pictures of mountains and pictures of lakes. I can have a TV that can put on pictures. But it's not gonna be the same. But they had like, it was before pollution, it was before cutting down trees. And before people are getting mixed up about the earth getting warmer. It's warming up, but it's also cooling down. Because, like, think about it. So, hot summer day at, like, let's say 1 o'clock, really hot. And then once you go out, let's say, to the ocean at 12 o'clock at night, it's going to be really chilly. And it's not like it's warming up, and nothing, it won't cool down. It's literally in the day, not in years.
And some people
in 24 hours. Come on.
Some people are like, oh no, the world is getting hotter. It's gonna like explode.
Yeah, it's gonna turn into a volcano. Oh, we need to get prepared. We need to cool down. We need to make more ice. Like that's gonna do anything. But I get like saving the polar bears, but it's not. The ice reforms and it unforms, and it reforms and it unforms. Like in your water bottle. Think about water and then super hot water, and then you put ice in it. The ice melts. But then if you put your super hot water in the freezer, wait a little while, like a day, it'll turn into ice.
I love how we're talking about how water and the heat and weather works.
They had, so they probably did have like easy to access tar, but they probably didn't have the materials that we had to get it. And then, verse 15, chapter 6 still, this is what God is saying to Noah. Make the boat 450 feet long, 75 feet wide, and 45 feet high. That's high. That's tall. That's wide.
Yeah. Leave an 18-inch opening below the roof and all the way around the boat.
Yeah.
That's like
18 inches.
What would it be like?
That would be like
a foot and
2 inches. No, a foot and 4 inches.
Yeah, and wouldn't that be like almost a foot and a half, or like?
Yeah. So that was an opening. Like you're longer than, except like if you're a newborn, you're probably going to be longer than a foot. So you can't go. Yeah, hold on to one side, put your feet on the other side perfectly. No, it's more like, like a little example.
Yeah,
but that was an opening below the roof, all the way around the boat. Mm-hmm. So it's like it was like a window basically. Mm-hmm. And put the door on the side and build 3 decks inside the boat, lower, middle, and upper. And the verse says, and that everything they thought or imagined was consistently total evil. That's why.
Yeah, and since everything was consistently and totally evil, that was like all because of, like that was all sin. And kind of because like pride and stuff, people were confused, should I say, like, and couldn't figure out the difference between actually living a good, healthy life with God and between an awful life that is going to make you end up in a terrible, 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 terrible place.
Our pastor just recently released a book, and it's called The Ancient Roots of the LGBTQ Movement. It's by Kay Young. So if you read that book, you'll see way back, that's where it started, which was here when Adam and Eve sinned, and then it went up to Noah's people when he was really, really, really old, like 500 years old.
bring a pair of every kind of animal, a male and a female, into the boat with you to keep them alive during the flood. Pairs of every kind of.
Wait. So, basically, it was saying everyone's like elephants, giraffes, wolves, coyotes.
Giraffes are my favorite animal. Just throwing that out there.
Tigers, lions, snakes. A lot of dangerous animals. Not dinosaurs because that's too small. That's how we Christians believe how they died.
Mm-hmm.
Because of the flood. Because there was no room on the boat. And I don't think Noah was gonna do a 1 million foot wide boat. Yeah. And so it has to be male and female because they would have to make babies after the flood. Because there would be no other animals. Wouldn't it be weird just looking and seeing water everywhere, no animals, except for the fish? You would see the fish.
But we're just kind of.
You can go anywhere you wanted on the earth. Anywhere.
Oh, that's also how probably some people died. Sharks ate them.
Yeah.
Swim.
And they would die because there was nowhere to swim. They would just be. And then they would stop swimming and then die. So it was only Noah's family people and then all the animals. It was only 2 of every single kind of animal. That was crazy. And it was all of them except the animals that were too big. And then and it says, be sure to take on board enough food for your family and all the animals.
Wait a minute. For the animals that eat meat, would you have to bring extra animals so they could eat?
They would just eat plants.
But the meat eaters, the ones that survive on meat.
They eat the meat of the plants.
Plants that grow meat. Best type of meat out there.
Well, well, they all came to Noah and they were not fighting each other. So
they were all
I'm guessing
casually
kitty cats. Like the tigers were kitty cats, the wolves were puppies, the elephants were
little elephants,
were bunnies, and the snakes were stuffed animals.
What made you think of?
So they did not attack anyone. Would a cat attack a dog? Not attack, maybe chase, but they were probably chasing around. But I think maybe about 1/4 of the boat was just food. Because we're going to read later on 40 days and 40 nights of being on there. And then it was 150 days of just waiting for the floodwaters to go down. So that was about 200 days on the boat. Except if they only ate a leaf a day, that would only be a leaf times And so if you're thinking, so did they die on the boat? Did they survive? We're going to leave that at a cliffhanger for until next time that we post because summer's crazy all the time. Some people are on vacation. We're gonna still call this video part 1, even though God's rainbow was the part of the Noah story. So, yeah. Okay. Please subscribe, hit that bell, and comment.
Prayer request.
Yes, prayer request.
P.S. Just keep in mind that God made you the gender that He wanted you to make. And don't be like, well, what if God wanted me to be transgender? Don't say that because He made you when you were born already what He wanted you to be. So just know that God, don't be like, well, God loves me more because I turned myself this gender. Don't think that.
Yeah.
God loves
And
you the way He
people can't be animals. We already covered that.
Mm-hmm.
If you think you're an animal, you're not. So, bye! The theme song. Oh wait, no. Oh yeah. Okay. Thanks. Behind the scenes.
Okay. What was that?
It was spam. 3, 2, 1. 0. Put away. There was this guy we were talking about because they just made the Eiffel Tower and he had this little pride thing. And
I know, and they have a badge.
Yeah.
And it's like a little one of those pins.
Yeah.
And it's like, I was wearing my Cancel Pride shirt. Oh, this shirt. Did they stare at it? He was like, I would have been like,